Good morning, family. Let me ask you a question. If you were in a relationship and every time you went out, every time you had interaction, every time you talked, it was in a group setting, anytime he asked you to go out on a date and you were on your way there, you're like, all right, great, this is it. There's always some other group of people there. Everything you did was in a group setting. Would you consider that a relationship? Better yet, would you consider that a relationship that you could really get the most out of? You could truly learn about one another, or no? Probably not, right? Because you've got other people around, right? You're hearing their conversation, you're trying to hear him, he's trying to hear you, but then there's this other stuff going on where other people are having conversations with the person they're in a relationship with. And after a while, you'd say to them, when are we just going to have some one-on-one time? When will it just be you and I so that I can truly hear you clearly and you can truly hear me clearly? I asked that question, excuse me, because my relationship with God used to be like that. The only time I spent with God was in church or, Bible study or, when I'm fellowshipping with a group of people. But when I came home, not a word. Our relationship was in a group setting, never one-on-one. Um, and it's funny because I would say to people, I don't know why I don't hear from God. It's like, but are you sitting still long enough to hear from him? Are you having one-on-one with him? Yes, I'll get a word while I was in church, but then, prime example, if you go to the supermarket and they give you a steak or something, right? And you don't really know how to cook it, you go home and there's a chef in the house. Then the chef will tell you what to do to this steak to get the most out of it. So I get a word in church, and I feel like I understood it and I know it applied to my life. It spoke to my challenge or my problem, but how do I apply it? So when I go home and I meet with the chef or the person that can dissect this word or tell me how to apply it to my life, I don't have the conversation so I can get it. God wants to have one-on-one time with you. One-on-one time is so critical with God. Fellowshipping is necessary and it's incredible, and going to church and praising with a bunch of other believers, nothing like it. However, God needs one-on-one time with you. He wants it. We would never be in a relationship with someone that it was only a relationship in group settings. We would always say, where's our one-on-one time? I just want to spend time with you outside of our friends, outside of the group. And God is saying the same thing. Let's have some one-on-one time. So family, if you're doing that, fantastic, keep it up. For those of you that are not, get that one-on-one time with God. So when you get that word, he can tell you how to apply it to you. Or better yet, just sit in his space and be in his presence and sit at his feet. This was a message that I needed, as always. But I thank you for extending me your grace. I appreciate you. Spend that one-on-one time. God bless y'all. Stay blessed, stay encouraged, and stay intentional.